The Dhikr, the reminder or the remembrance of God, is something fundamental in Islam. Remind to ourselves, but also to our friends or family. Dhikr has always been very important for Muslims. But it's even more important today, because human beings has never been so surrounded by amusement and entertainment as they are today. So, we need a reminder not to forget the purpose of life. As Allah says in the Quran, the jinn and humans were created to worship Him. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. In fact, the Quran was sent as a reminder to mankind. This is a book revealed to you, so let there not be in your breast distress therefrom, that you may warn thereby, and thus a reminder to the believers. This is repeated many times in the Quran. Here is another example. Even though you are not asking them for a reward for this, it is only a reminder to the whole world. So, the Quran is a reminder not to forget the peoples who preceded us, to remember the fate suffered by the peoples who fought the prophets and who denied the signs of God, but also the Prophet Muhammad. The Quran tells us that his mission was to remind. فَذَكِّرْ إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُذَكِّرٌ. We can translate this as remind. You are only a reminder. He had to remind people about the prophets who preceded him. And indeed, Islam does not aim to be different from what the other prophets have brought, but also to remember the meaning and the purpose of life. We all have lifestyles that can lead us away from Islam and faith if we don't refocus on the essentials. And the essentials are the practice of religion and the remembrance of God. Remember me, I will remember you, and thank me, and never be ungrateful. The reminder is very important, but it is also a great responsibility, because we have to be diplomatic and not hurt others with our words. It's very important, because a reminder done in the wrong way, or with words that hurt the person for whom it is intended, can have the opposite effect or give a bad image of Islam. It is expressed this way in the Quran. Invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and kind advice, and only debate with them in the best manner. Surely, your Lord knows best who has strayed from his way and who is rightly guided. The remembrance effect on a receptive heart is a positive effect, and the Quran says, the only true believers in our revelation are those when it is recited to them fall into prostration and glorify the praises of their Lord and are not too proud. Not receiving a reminder is dangerous for the soul, because as we know, the world is full of amusements that can deviate us from the right path, And the Quran tells us clearly in Surah Al-An'am, and leave those who take this faith as mere play and amusement and are deluded by the worldly life. Yet remind them by this, so no one should be ruined for their misdeeds. They will have no protector or intercessor other than Allah. This is therefore a duty for Muslims, the reminder to others, but also to oneself. Even if we don't have a lot of free time in a day, and it can be in different ways. It can be by reading or listening to the Quran, or by reading about various subjects relating to creation or religion, learning the way of truth and God. The reminder is beneficial to the one who does it, but also to the one for whom it is intended. This should also be done for the purpose of helping others, and not to blame them or lecture them in a way that put them down. May God guide us and help us support each other.